Hey everybody, Brickhouse here with another video. Let's talk Fallout, shall we? I binged Fallout over the weekend once I got home from Vegas, and I have to say, wasn't too sure about it when I saw the trailer, but after watching all 8 episodes, I gotta give it a 7 out of 10. Now, I had played one of the Fallout games years and years and years and years and years ago, so I don't remember too much about the game. So I couldn't really compare from memory the game to what they portrayed in the series. But I will say this. The actors in the series, I thought they did an excellent job. I thought Walton Coggins? I forget his name. He was excellent in his dual role of the ghoul, as well as I can't remember his name when they were doing the flashbacks. Give me a second here. Cooper Howard. That's it. Cooper Howard. So Walton Goggins was excellent as the ghoul / Cooper Howard. I love how they used the flashbacks before the nuclear bombing attack, whatever you want to call it, to give a little backstory with Cooper Howard and his wife who worked for Vault-Tec. I'm not going to spoil any of this too much, I hope, for people that haven't seen the entire series yet. And I love how the 3 stories, you have the story of Lucy, who's searching for her dad, who was kidnapped by outsiders. They broke into the vault, kidnapped her dad. You have the ghoul, the bounty hunter, who's also looking for Dr. Wilzig. And then you have, I think it's called the Brothers of Steel. I think is what it was called. The Brotherhood of Steel. That's it. My bad for those of you that are big Fallout fans. I'm kind of taking all this from memory. You have the Brotherhood of Steel angle with Maximus. And, you know, he was a squire to Knight Titus, which that was a surprise of Michael Rappaport in his short time in the show as Knight Titus. You know, they were all after kind of the same thing, where the head of Dr. Wilzig tied into the storyline of Lucy looking for her dad, and Lucy growing as a character throughout the series, being the naive girl that grew up in the Vault 33, figuring out that, you know what, I really have to adapt to what's going on in the outside world, or I'm not going to make it. So the thing I really wanted to center on, though, is the fact that Ella Purnell, who portrays Lucy, actually did her homework. Actually immersed herself in Fallout research to understand the game, and she actually played the game, which is refreshing. Because how many times, I'd say in the last 10 to 15 years, you have these adaptations of comic books, video games, whatever, and the star of the movie or the star of the show actually didn't get involved with the lore or playing the game or figuring out, hey, what does this character do? Where's this character come from? What's the essence of this character? So I have a little something for you here. This is an interview Ella Purnell did. And this was taken about not quite 2 weeks ago. And I gotta say, I kind of like her answers here when it comes to the gaming aspect of it.
Out of the two of you, you were the bigger gamer. You were more into the game than him. Jonah himself, he played a lot of it.
Was
that a complete waste of time, or did that feel like you were kind of prepping for the show?
It wasn't a waste of time at all. I wanted to get the absolute most out of this experience, and I think you have to deeply, deeply respect the source material, at least for me, and I love to throw myself into all of my research, but this was so fun. There's so much lore and so much passion behind the games and so many details, and it made it even more exciting when I put the Vault suit on or the Pip-Boy for the first time. Like, that moment was not lost on me, what a big deal that was. So no, it wasn't a waste of time.
And a lot of games.
The question from the interviewer, was it a complete waste of time? Are you kidding me? How do you think she's supposed to prepare for the role? I think she did an admirable job myself. Now, this is from Collider. Granted, it is Collider, but they do a decent job here with this story. Purnell played the games in preparation for her role as Lucy and brought some of the game's quirks to her performance. One of the greatest challenges of making a good video game adaptation is translating the world and its feel to a medium that no longer allows player control. Fallout faced the same hurdles with bringing to life the post-apocalyptic, retro-futuristic reality featured in Bethesda and Interplay's beloved role-playing titles. As players progress through the wasteland of the games, set over 200 years after a cataclysmic nuclear war, they become more adept survivors with new perks, weapons, and more while making decisions in the story, gathering companions, and completing a variety of side quests. With Lucy being a vault dweller and stand-in of sorts for a player character, Ella Purnell faced an uphill battle in incorporating the Fallout gameplay loop into her performance. So she did what most actors should be doing in these types of roles. She immersed herself in the gameplay, the lore, the characters, to figure out how she was going to translate her character to the big screen, or in this case, your TV set. Throughout Fallout, viewers will see Lucy's evolution on the surface, going from an internally optimistic vault dweller with all-American gumption to a more hardened and experienced survivor capable of taking on the wasteland's threat and peculiarities. Her growth is meant to mimic that of a player as they get better and improve their character. What skills and weapons the player builds around are entirely in their control, just as what direction they take in the story is to an extent. And that's what she does throughout the series. I mean, she's pretty, for lack of a better term, she's pretty hardened to the outside world come the end of episode 8. And, you know, I got to say, I'm pleasantly surprised with the series. I mean, they do have the one where the one character where they got to, you know, check off that checkbox. But like I said earlier, I give Fallout a 7 out of 10. Now, what do you guys think? Have you guys watched Fallout yet? What'd you guys think of it? Share your thoughts in the comments down below. Love to hear what you guys have to say. While you're at it, please take the time to smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss a video. And with that, thank you for watching. I appreciate it as always. And I will see you guys in the next one.